The group was moving in tight formation when an unusual detail caught their attention. At Ryu's suggestion, there was no traditional midfield. She herself had taken up the rear as a living wall, focused on protecting Lily, Haruheim, and the others. From this position came the Fox's excited and somewhat exaggerated shouts, celebrating how much Belle seemed to have become smarter because of her way of using battle words. The scene yielded a mixture of pride and embarrassment, but the moment was short-lived. The calm was brutally broken. A Vinoceratops burst through the dense vegetation, carving its way through as if the forest were made of paper. The monster appeared right at the rear, forcing Ryu to move in a single fluid step to protect everyone behind her. Soon more creatures appeared among the shadows of the trees, crawling out as if they were part of the labyrinth itself. Belle immediately reorganized the group, sending Welf and Mikoto to reinforce Lily while he held the front line alone. Even while blocking heavy attacks from the monsters, he maintained enough presence of mind to reflect on the situation. They weren't there by choice, but because of the forced mission that was nearing its deadline. This pressure began when Lily, with her usual disgruntled expression, explained that the guild had decreed a new mandatory explorer update. When a family reaches a certain level, they must participate in expeditions and help advance the labyrinth, and now the Hestia Familia was trapped in this machine. After long months dealing with faction wars and dangerous events, there was no more slack for the group. To make matters worse, even though the previous objective had already been technically fulfilled, reaching floor 25, the guild document was reinterpreted in a, shall we say, creative way by Lily. Due to the combination of high levels, alliances with other factions, and the presence of A-class adventurers, the new target became the 29th floor. The goddess Hestia complained loudly, accusing Uranus of forcing Belle into a journey of suffering and heroism before its time. Thus, the group ended up descending to the 29th layer without external reinforcements, without a broad alliance, and with the uncomfortable feeling that they were once again being pushed into something bigger than they wanted. Even so, in that suffocating forest where monsters sprouted from the shadows, the group advanced, tired, pressured, but incredibly united. The advance to the 29th floor did not happen willingly, but because of the guild's pressure. After months dealing with wars, conflicts, and even the incident at the school district, the Hestia Familia was once again pushed into a mandatory mission, now with an even greater demand. The simple objective of reaching the 25th floor was no longer enough. The guild document contained new demands, dubiously justified, suggesting that the presence of high-level adventurers should make everything easy. Lily's reaction upon reading the report was a mixture of indignation and resignation, while Hestia tried to understand if it was related to Uranus's deeper plans. In the end, the group had no choice. They needed to advance deeper into the labyrinth. Even with this burden, the situation wasn't as desperate as it could have been. With Belle and Ryu on the front and rear lines, two first-class adventurers, the team had a solid base. The elf strength, combined with the experience accumulated in the old days of the Justice faction, guaranteed strategic precision and security for the group, so the guild seemed willing to accelerate the pace of the conquest. The destructive power of Welf's magic sword, Haruheim's level-up, and Mikoto's tracking abilities further reinforced the team's balance, compensating for the absence of Aisha and the other usual allies. Furthermore, there was Nina's arrival. Initially seen as a risk by Lily and Ina, she insisted on participating in the mission despite being a novice. It was Ryu who surprisingly defended her presence, explaining how much a healer could increase the overall safety of the group. With that, Nina ended up accepting the role seriously, even having to deal with direct and demanding orders during combat. Despite the pressure, she responded well. Her healing magic reached Welf and Mikoto with precision, even as they advanced in the heat of battle. No praise, no pause, just hard work, as if she were being tested every second. And yet, she remained steadfast, determined to prove she could keep up with the pace of the Hestia Familia. As they advanced to Layer 29, the group adjusts to an intense pace. The combined strength of Belle and Ryu ensures safety on both fronts, while Welf and Mikoto precisely utilize their temporary reinforcements. Haruheim maintains the flow of energy for the group, prolonging effects and sustaining the attack, while Lily manages the formation firmly, even if her orders sometimes seem almost military. It is in this scenario that Nina's presence becomes a point of attention. She joins the expedition determined to help, but quickly realizes that dealing with real combat, even more so alongside such strong adventurers, is much more demanding than she imagined. With each command from Lily and Ryu, she tries to keep up, preparing her healing spells with precision and without delaying the group's advance. Even nervous, she manages to predict routes, cast spells at the right point, and keep up with Welf and Mikoto's movements, something that many rookies wouldn't be able to do. For Belle, observing this awakens a mixture of pride and responsibility. He understands that Nina is growing, but he also realizes how her lack of experience makes each step more tense. Still, her dedication reinforces the team spirit. Everyone, from the strongest to the newest, carries a part of the mission. The barrier between veterans and beginners diminishes as she integrates into the rhythm of the expedition. Even without receiving direct praise, since the group is too focused on fighting, Nina remains steadfast, battling fear and proving that she is capable of keeping up with the team in such a dangerous environment.